Wednesday and beyond. There's also a new tropical storm. This is Fernand, way out in the Atlantic. This is not expected to make a direct hit on any land area, passing east.
Was a tropical wave for a while, just kind of sitting around Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Yesterday became TD12, and now you got it. It is Tropical Storm Katrina.
I hope you will listen carefully to what is being shared today. We have had a record tropical storm and hurricane activity in June and July. The peak of the hurricane season is still ahead of us, and every parameter that we look at indicates well above normal activity yet to come.
In today's modern world, we have technology that helps us predict hurricane seasons with relative good accuracy. 20 years ago, those tools were not as established as they are today. So what if a season so extreme, season similar to 2020, 2024, happened during this time period? Happened during the active period that has been going on for 30 years now. Well, that's what happened in 2004. 2004 saw 4 major landfalling hurricanes on the state of Florida, and even 5 if we count Tropical Storm Bonnie. 2004 was one of Atlantic's worst, and was surely a once-in-a-lifetime season. However, that was not the case. 2005 showed that anything is possible in the Atlantic. But how would it show this? In the form of activity, or in the form of record-breaking storms? Find out in the 2005 Atlantic Hurricane Season Animation, brought to you by JM Studios.
Been wobbling back and forth, but now you can see the infrared enhanced satellite imagery here. The red cloud collapse are now warming a bit, and those are turning orange, showing a weakening storm as it continues to approach Cuba.
To the north coast of Cuba, once it gets in there and gets into the warmer waters of the Gulf of Mexico, it will gain strength once again.
And that wave is likely to make its way through to South Florida here in the coming days. About the next 24 hours or so, we'll start to feel the effects from the wave. Now, looking at the close radar picture here of Emily, you can see that the system is dwindling just a bit, but right around Brownsville right now, there's some very heavy convection.
reporting site just to the southeast of downtown New Orleans in St. Charles Parish reported a wind gust to 105 miles per hour, and that was not in the eye wall.
This is out now. Mississippi aggressively was preparing for the worst. They actually brought in a number of ambulances from other states, from Texas and from Georgia.
People in need of medicine, some in need of medical attention, children, all of them out here all day long with no shade in the blazing sun. It has been oppressively hot today.
Images. It is a very well-organized storm, very asymmetrical, a lot of thunderstorms banding around the eye. Take a look at that eye. It's got the stadium effect. This is indicative of a very, very strong storm that will continue moving west, northwest.
I think it's a little bit confusing to try to take a category-sized hurricane and convert it into what
The storm rages on for 5 more days, but it will cost billions before El Salvador recovers from nature's terrifying fury.
October 24th, 2005, Hurricane Wilma makes landfall on South Florida. The worst storm of a record-breaking hurricane season, and the 5th hurricane to hit Florida in 19 months. Bringing more wind than rain, Wilma hammered